Assalamu alaikum, my dear students of class 6. This is your teacher, Miss Yusra Mawal, with another exciting and interesting lesson from your book, which is organized in a virtual class by Metropolitan School. So, students, let's start a lesson 5 around the world in 80 days. Basically, this is a novel which is written by French author Jules Verne. This is a travel adventure novel and it is published in 1872. So, dear students, do you people have any idea that you will travel the whole world in just 18 days? Yes, obviously, because we have aeroplanes and better transportation system. But you know when this story take place? It is the story of a year 1872, and at that time few people thought that it could be done in 80 days. This story revolves around a person who is Mr. Fogg, who made a bet that he could do it. Now let us find out that whether he won the bet by reading the story. So Mr. Fogg and his friends were sitting in a club and they were talking about a robbery which take place 3 days before, and in which a thief had stolen 55,000 pounds in banknotes from a bank on 29 of September. This was the incident which took place 3 days before and police had not caught the thief yet. So Mr. Stott said the police will never catch him now because he will be out of country. It's his thought that the thief will escape. So Mr. Raff said that, oh yes, there are detectives also watching all the railway stations in London and ships at Liverpool, Glasgow, and Southampton. And even if he gets out of the country, there are detectives watching the ships in Italy, at Suez in Egypt, and at New York in America. So Mr. Raff just explaining that the thief will be arrested soon. So he has just a thought in his mind. Police offered reward also for that person, for the robber, and the friends who were playing whist in a club. Whist is a card game which is being played in a club, started talking that the world is a big place to hide in, and for the first time Mr. Fogg, who is just silently listening to other friends taking participate in the conversation which is going on. So Mr. Fogg replied that it was a big place and made a bet. So, do you think that the world was a big place and for now it is not that much big because we can move, we have better systems, we have so much opportunities, we have science and technology so that we can use. So at that time there were things like this are not in common in use. So what do you think that the what was the crime is? The crime was the bank robbery, and the police was looking for the criminal at the station and the ship ports, and sometimes for help in catching a criminal, police offers reward, and police offers reward of how much amount? The amount was $4,000. So do you think is it the enough amounts? Now they were again started their game, and while playing cards they were again into the talk of the robbery and the same topic. So they started that how it is now, how it is possible that it's not a big place. So Mr. Raff said a few years ago it would have taken many months, perhaps years, to travel around the world, but now there are railways across India, railways across America, and ships can go through the Suez Canal, and a man can go around the world in 3 months. So, by using these technologies, they are saying that man could go around the world and it will take 3 months. And Mr. Fogg again said only 80 days. So, Then they were talking about the causes which affect the travelings. What were the causes are? The causes are the storms. Obviously, if you are going somewhere, so you have storms. Uh, and the other one is, at that time, this is the story of 1872. At that times, the political issue between the Britons and the Indians. So at that times, the basic one issue is the Red Indians. So Mr. Raf said, if the Red Indians in America tore up the railway lines, still he is saying that 80 days is enough. So they are now trying to make the bet that I would like to see you to do it in 80 days, said Mr. Stott, and he will made a bet of £4,000. It is impossible. It is possible, said Mr. Fogg, and it's Mr. Fogg is taking this too much seriously, and he is not taking it as a joke. And Mr. Fogg took a diary from his pocket and looked at it carefully. And then he said that today is Wednesday, 2nd of October. I will leave London tonight at 8:45, and I will be back in this room on Saturday, 21 December at 8:45 p.m. So Mr. Fox said that he has £20,000 in the bank, and if he will not hear at that time, which the date which he told, which he decided, so he said that they will divide his money between them. Right, my dear students? So this is the passage from the book Around the World in 80 Days. It is basically an adventure novel, which it's a complete novel, and this is just a passage. And I suggest you to watch the movie and to read the novel as well to find out that how many adventures that he has and what happened with him. So my dear students, now it's time to do some exercises. There is an exercise on page number 26, the exercise in comprehension and vocabulary section. The exercise is A. What you will have to do in exercise, we have done these type of exercise before as well. You will have to complete the exercise using the words taken from the passage, or you can say that you will have to fill in the blanks. So let's start the exercise. So another word for robber is thief, and another word for theft is robbery. Number 2, a bank is a place where money is kept. Number 3, Mr. Stott thought that the thief had left the country. Number 4, a policeman who does not wear uniform is called a detective. Number 5, New York is in America. Number 6, whist is a game played with cards. Number 7, Mr. Stott thought that the thief would be able to hide. Number 8, 4,000 was a big reward for catching a robber. Number 9, Mr. Ralph thought that the world seemed smaller because of the new railways in America and India and the Suez Canal. Number 10, the amount of the bet was $4,000. So now let's moving towards exercise B on the same page, which is the exercise of some true and false. You will have to write the true or untrue after each of the sentences. So number 1, the thief had not been caught. Yes, because we have read already in the story that they were talking about that the crime happened 3 days before and the thief had not been caught, so it's true. Number 2, Mr. Stott thought that police would catch him. So is it true or untrue? What was the conversation between Mr. Stott and Mr. Ralph? That Mr. Stott thought that police cannot catch the thief. So it's untrue because he thinks that the thief left the country. Number 3, Mr. Ralph thought that the police would catch him. Yes, it is true because Mr. Ralph said that police catch him through the detectives over the railway and the ships. Number 4, Brindisi is in Egypt. So where is the Brindisi? It's in Italy. Number 5, Mr. Flanagan did not want to talk about the thief. Yes, it is true because he is not saying anything. Number 6, Mr. Fogg did not say a great deal. Yes, it's true. Number 7, Mr. Rao thought that a man could go around the world in 80 days. No, it's untrue because he thinks that a man could go around the world in 3 months. Number 8, Mr. Stroud thought that it was possible. It's untrue because Mr. Stroud thought that it was impossible and he made a bet. So now students, let's moving towards another exercise that is on page 27, exercise C. In this exercise, there are some group of words given, and what you will have to do, you will have to write the meanings of those words. Now, firstly, just tell me that the first group of word, that is divide, multiply, subtract, and addition. What are these words called? The first sets of the word is about arithmetic. The second set, diary, calendar, and register. The words in the second set refer to things we use to keep track of dates and appointments. Number third set. The third set of words all refer to putting money on a result of an event. So now let's moving towards the meanings of that words which are given, so that you can easily understand that what are these words called and what are the usage of these words. So my dear students, just make the separate columns as you done in the vocabulary meaning section. So number 1 is divide. Divide means to separate into parts or groups. Number 2 is multiply, to add a number to itself a specific number of times. Number 3, subtract, to take something away. Number 4, add, to put something together with something else to increase the number. So let's moving towards the second set, and the second set is number 1, diary, a small book with blank spaces for every day. Number 2, calendar, a page that shows the days, weeks, and months of a year. Number 3, an official book that register, an official book that has a list of names arranged by important dates. Now let's moving towards another set, and the another set is number 1 is bet. Bet means to risk money on an event in future. Number 2, wager, to risk money on a game on sports. Number 3, lottery, a kind of gambling game where people buy numbered tickets. And the last one is gamble, to guess to or predict the winner, comma, the correct answer. So students, let's moving towards a new topic that is new to you people, which is the letter writing. Now what is letter writing? Letter is a written or printed way of communication directed to a person or an organization. Right, my dear students, it is a hard copy. It is written or printed to communicate and to directed to the person, any of the person or any of the organization which you want to write a letter. There are two types of letter, and the two types are the formal letter and informal letter. Now let's see that what are the formal letters and what are the informal letters. Okay, so what are the formal letters? Formal letters is the letters which is written for the official purpose. What sort of official purpose? That the letters should be written for the school leaves. The letter should be written by you to your principal, to your teacher, and it should be written for the offices and the other concerned authorities which you want to write. For this type of letter, a proper pattern should be followed. Letter should be formal. No extra lines and no extra conversation should be written on this letter. Just directly comes towards your point. Just directly comes towards the thing you want to ask and you want to write a letter for. Right, my dear students? So formal letters में एक्स्ट्रा किसी भी बात की ज़रूरत नहीं होती. डायरेक्टली आपको उस पॉइंट पर आना होता है जो पॉइंट आप एक्सप्लेन करना चाहते हैं, विदाउट एडिंग एनी सर्टन इंफॉर्मेशन, विदाउट आस्किंग कि आप कैसे हैं, हाउ आर यू, etc. These all are the extra line for the formal letters. Just directly come towards the points. Now, other type is informal letters. Informal letters are those which you have write to your parents, your relatives, your friends, and are casually written. The way you would talk to them on phone or in personal. So, my dear students, informal letters are those which you have written to your parents, your relatives, or your friends. So, there is no need to follow the proper pattern. You are not restricted to follow the pattern, and the way you talk to your parents, the way you talk to your friends, you can write it in a way you want to write. Right, my dear students? So, the difference between the formal and informal letter: formal letters are the official one, and informal letters are not the official letters and shouldn't be followed by the pattern. So now students, it's time for the home assignment. What you will have to do, you will have to make the title page of lesson 5. And what was the lesson 5? The lesson 5 is around the world in 80 days, right? You will have to do the vocabulary meanings and idiom phrases meanings in your text copy. You have to do the exercise A, B, and C in your text copy of page number 26 and 27. And in the end, write a letter to a friend inviting him or her to spend summer vacation. You will have to do this letter in your grammar copy. Right, my dear students? That's all for today. Allah Hafiz.